All right, good evening, everyone. For my project, I did a Wesleyan baseball promotional video. I am on the baseball team here, so I figured this was a good fit for me to help promote the sport that I love and the school that I got to continue playing at. So the importance of my project is that it gives representation to athletics. I know it's baseball oriented and focused, but it does give you a view of kind of how athletics are run at the school as a whole. It does show the school in a positive light. I got really some good interviews and stuff in my project that allows people to talk about real life experience that they have here, and it's all positive things. And it allows for recruitment. It's a little more recruitment based for somebody who was looking at Wesleyan as and the baseball program specifically as somewhere that they wanted to go. So it really gives them an opportunity to see what it's all about. And it gives examples of personal experiences. So a couple guys I did interview are players now. There's some coaches. So it gives you a really good example of what's going on now and what could be seen in the future. As far as creation, it was mainly interview based. I had some game and practice film that was put in there, and some home and away game film. I kind of wanted to give a broad perspective that went along with interviewing coaches and players. So I wanted to add some practice film to show what kind of goes on, and just some snippets from some games to really see what the program's all about. More about the creation. I used different splicing tools. I used an app called Splice to edit some of my clips. I also used iMovie on my Mac computer. I'm not as good at editing as Nate was in his film, but he also did help me a little bit with some of the audio and a little bit better sounding clips that I did put in there. I left out some campus views in mine. Because it really wasn't my central idea. It's more focused on the team itself and just for time constraints. The final importance of my project is it's just showing the baseball program in a positive light. That's what I really wanted to accomplish. In representing the school and the communications department, it gives you a representation of what you can look forward to coming up through the comm department and what you can get interested in by coming to Wesleyan. So I was hoping that this project as a whole would maybe somewhat excite students in the future to show them what they could eventually do as they get closer to graduating.
Starting lineup for your West Virginia Wesleyan Bobcats. New shortstop, number 33, McCallister.
My name is Kyle Bergman, and I'm a senior here at Wesleyan. I'm on the baseball team. One of the main reasons I chose to come to Wesleyan was the proximity to home. I'm from Elkins, West Virginia, which is about 30 minutes away, and I think a lot of our campus is like West Virginians, and I mean we have those like international students and from other parts of the country, but a good part of the campus is local, and so I think I like that atmosphere. And baseball team was another reason. I wanted to continue playing for another 4 years. I wasn't ready to give it up after high school, and my aunt actually went here. I couldn't tell you her graduating class, but she went here and said that she really loved it here, and she is now high up in her profession, and she said that Wesleyan really prepared her for life after college. What made the recruiting process for me so persuasive was actually Brett Ripley, who was at the time the assistant baseball coach, and he also worked in the admissions office. Since I was a local student, like in high school from the surrounding area, he was in charge of my just academic recruitment and admission to the school. And I wound up finding out that he was a assistant baseball coach, and whenever I realized that, I was like, well, I do want to continue playing baseball, so I got in contact with him, found a couple camps I could come to, work out with him, or work out for the team, and whenever that happened, he gave me an offer, and it's a preferred walk-on, which is no real difference than I'm not getting scholarship money, but once I got here, I realized there is no different. I mean, you're going to get the same treatment as those guys, you're going to get the same opportunities, it's just how you perform in those opportunities that get you playing time. And as a walk-on, I do like that. I mean, I played my part, played my role, and I can say I've contributed to this team for the 4 years I've been here.
Hi, my name is Greg Skeeny, assistant baseball coach, recruiting coordinator here at West Virginia Wesleyan. The recruiting process for us works with, we identify the kids that we think will be a good fit for our program. We talk them through the semesters, and then get them and their family to campus for a visit. We'll set them up. They'll go around campus with a tour guide, learn all about the school, learn about their academics, what their majors could potentially be. Then sit down with an advisor, talk about their graduation track, and then meet with somebody in their profession that they want to get into to talk a little bit more in depth about their education. Then they'll come to us and we'll sit down with, mom, dad, and whoever else wants to come with them, and we'll meet and answer any question they have about our baseball program, what our goals are, the tradition that we have, and then we'll sit down. We'll have a meal with them in the cafeteria here so they can get with some students and really see what it looks like during that lunch or dinner time, and when we get them down to practice, we get to work about it, and they get to be around the team for a few hours, and you get to see what that atmosphere is like, and if they're a good fit for us at the end of the day, we talk about, what we could potentially see them as here, what their role could potentially be when they arrive on campus.
My name's Hunter Thomas. I'm an assistant here at West Virginia Wesleyan College for the baseball program. From the recruiting side of it, I'm not as big into it as our recruiting coordinator, Greg Skeeny, but I'm more of a hands-on person once it comes here. So I help a lot of guys with academics, or when it comes to working with them on the field. I do a lot with the infielders, hitters, and that's kind of my role when it comes to the program. When it comes to recruiting, I kind of am Greg's assistant to a point. I kind of help him with things he needs, making phone calls, talking to guys. But I'm more hands-on, and I like working with the guys, infield, hitting, outfield, anything that I can really make them prosper as an athlete and as a person.
What's up?
Hi, my name is Andrew Walker, a senior baseball player here at Wesleyan. I chose Wesleyan because academically I knew that they were one of the greatest in the States. I was able to take a tour here at Wesleyan, and I knew after taking the tour that this was a place that I could call home. And I got to meet with the baseball program, and they gave me the opportunity to be able to play baseball for another 4 years.
To make the campus appealing to student athletes, we get them here. Obviously, after their visit with the recruiting process, we'll introduce them to a group of students that they'll be spending the night with. If they choose to do an overnight, we'll get them with some of our athletes in a dorm, let them stay overnight, let them work out with us, really kind of let them see the campus for more than just a few hours when they're here. Let them stay overnight, let them see the dorms, and let them kind of be a college student for a couple of days, eat in the caf for a couple of days, and get with us and really spend more time with the teammates than they could potentially have and be with for 4 years.
There are many things that are pretty appealing to student athletes when it comes to coming to West Virginia Wesleyan. One of the biggest things that our athletes are super close. They like to hang out with each other on weekends. It's a smaller campus, so they always spend time with each other. But besides, the athlete side of it, I think there's other things to it as well, like Greek life and, our academics and tutors are, top notch, I believe, in the conference. So there's just a lot of different things here. The campus is beautiful. There's just a lot of different attributes that comes to Wesleyan when we're talking about, how appealing it is.
After taking my tour here at Wesleyan, I was given the opportunity to have an overnight stay with one of the baseball players, and I was able to attend practice on a daily basis and attend classes with other students. I was able to really communicate with all the other guys and figure out what a life here at Wesleyan was going to be.
Yeah, so that was my project. I appreciate it. Thank you.